So a tad bit of obfuscating on my Rastafarian clip that I just recorded in the backyard. And walking around the house. I didn't say where in Revelation 4:20 others were found. I think 14 goes off like a shotgun, don't it? It's meant to. Anyway, look, I ain't saying I know it all. I'm just saying I know my shit. And I'm legit with it. You know what? That's how you drop a mic like a hammer. I'm too legit to quit. Bitch. Freedom of speech, y'all. First Amendment rights, freedom of religion, freedom to tell the government what the fuck it's doing wrong with this fake ass fucking bullshit motherfuckers posing as fucking heroes, wanting to be police officers and failing to uphold the badge, the oath of the badge, to uphold the Constitution like they say they do. I'm not saying all police like that. I'm just saying some of them like that. And the ones who misunderstand their job, they's the bitches, not the ones they pick on. But I've always felt like I was the bitch because I got picked on by the cops. The cops tried to make me the bitch. I don't like going to prison. I don't like it at all. I didn't like it at all. I hated it. I didn't like going to prison. I ain't like going to prison. Right? Don't like it. When I was in there, maybe the first time I liked being a bitch. After I didn't like it no more. Third time in there, ain't nobody's fucking bitch. It's a growth process. See? Fourth time in there, not only am I not nobody's bitch, I'm making progress and healing myself and educating myself further because I've been doing it the whole time. Even though I've been a bitch, I've been trying to better myself so I don't have to be. So I felt guilty of it since before I walked in the door the first time. Alright? You understand that? And then I understand that philosophical standpoint, that strong point, that bulletin on that board there. Yeah. Shit down. Again, the force of my words extinguishes fire. Behold, the power of my freedom of speech. I think you're right. I know all the magic. I know all the magic. I may not be able to grasp the power and wield it myself, but I have the understanding of all the magic, of all the powers. I have the understanding of it all. And I only wish to share it with everyone. I've done a good job explaining it in all of my videos, but you have to watch like all 525, 30 fucking months in a row to really get full grasp of the entire universe. And you too can have it by the balls. Pop, sorry. I'm just naturally me. I don't have to be crazy. I can be a nice guy. Sane, rational, straightforward, knowledgeable, informative, patriotic, and profound. You know, just your average citizen. Just your average Joe. I'm not saying everybody's gotta go be a GI, but you should support your troops. Citizen. You either applaud them or you join them. But you don't talk bad about your troops and you don't fucking say, hey, I don't like what they're doing. Yeah, I support the troops. I don't salute the flag. Because I don't pledge allegiance to an eye image. You see? I'm not pledging allegiance to an image. I pledge allegiance to an ideal, to a principle. I pledge allegiance to our foundation. Our Constitution is not exactly an idol if it's meant to protect people from being harmed by groups of people. That's what it's for. To protect individuals from being harmed by the group. That's what your constitutional rights are. We have individuals being harmed by the group unfairly when they're not harming other individuals personally. Do you see the backwards flaw in our system? We went wrong somewhere. I'm not saying where. If I try to say where, it might sound racist as fuck. And that shit needed to be done back then. That war needed to be fought. It just so happened that we lost 1/3 of the stars in our heaven. Stars being the fighting brave men who died in the war. We lost 1/3 of our fighting men in the Civil War. That's your legend. That was your prophecy. If you want to draw a parallel, we are kind of like heaven in that fable from the book. There are strong parallels. 144,000 busted people busted for manufacturing methamphetamine throughout the history of since it was made illegal to the current date. 144,000 people have been busted for manufacturing methamphetamine in the United States of America. They are persecuted people because methamphetamine was their idol. Does that not draw a strong parallel, America? What does that say about the end of our country and the leaders ruling it? Symbolically, in parallel. I'm not saying we are the expression of everything that's in the Bible. I'm saying each nation can draw its own parallels to everything in that book and find its own warning signs of what not to do with its own populace based on its own ideals and how it lines up with analogies and symbolisms making parallels in the book. Not everybody's going to line up everywhere, but you can see some very profound alliances lining up very parallelly, very obviously obfuscating beneath the facts of our media and truth in the news. And who's to blame for that? Is it the people or the power that controls the people that was supposed to be controlled by the people? Whose fault is it? Answer that question.